couple more things here. Oh, oh, that reminds me. 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 So we covered Ibiza. We covered Tim Westwood. It was one other person that's affiliated with him that we did not cover yet. Because I did not know that he and this nigga sat down back in the day.
Puff Daddy, I'm an entertainer. I entertain people no matter what time of day, whether you like it or not. I go all day, all night.
I will tell you that you do fantastically well.
Yes.
Just tremendous. You really, it takes a tough guy. Hey, it takes the brains and it takes the this.
Yeah.
But it also takes a toughness.
Yeah, I go to bed like 4 o'clock.
Well, I really like you. And I would tell you if I didn't. And by the way, I think at a certain point, everyone will.
Beautiful. We all human beings, and a few people were saying I was this violent character. Just because I was breaking people's jaws and arms, and look at me. I'm like, I'm just a passionate young man, and I made a mistake.
Well, everybody's going to get in trouble. It's a question of how do you get out of trouble. Mm-hmm. And I did it by working smart. More importantly than anything else is by using my own brain. I've done things, but I'm not in any trouble, and I'm doing well, and I'm making money.
Well, you're making the same mistakes as I am. You may just be able to hide yours.
Is it just... Matter of fact, I'm going to let him say that. I'm going to let him say this real quick. I almost fucked up. Let him say this.
I've done things, but I'm not in any trouble, and I'm doing well, and I'm making money.
Well, you're making the same mistakes as I am. You may just be able to hide yours a little bit better.
Perhaps not. I don't know. I don't know. See, one of the problems with politics and politicians is that you really can't have done...
You made the same mistakes as I have. You were just able to hide them a little bit better. How telling is that one? This one didn't age well whatso fucking ever, did it? I'm talking about from rooter to tutor what they saying. They pretty much predicted their own motherfucking demise. they predicted their own. I'm gonna run this back again. If you listen to what they're saying, they predicted their own damn demises.
Puff Daddy, I'm an entertainer. I entertain people no matter what time of day, whether you like it or not. I go all day, all night.
I will tell you that you do fantastically well.
Yes.
Just tremendous. You really, it takes a tough guy. Hey, it takes the brains and it takes the this.
Yeah.
But it also takes a toughness.
Yeah, I go to bed like 4 o'clock.
Well, I really like you. And I would tell you if I didn't. And by the way, I think at a certain point, everyone will.
Beautiful. We all human beings, and a few people were saying I was this violent character. Just because I was breaking people's jaws and arms, and look at me. I'm like, I'm just a passionate young man, and I made a mistake.
Well, everybody's
breaking people's jaws and arms, and I just made a mistake. You made a mistake and hit your son's sports coach upside the head with a kettlebell. That wasn't no mistake, Diddler.
Going to get in trouble. It's a question of how do you get out of trouble. Mm-hmm. And I did it by working smart. More importantly than anything else is by using my own brain. I've done things, but I'm not in any trouble, and I'm doing well, and I'm making money.
Well, you're making the same mistakes as I am. You may just be able to hide yours a little bit better.
Perhaps not. I don't know. I don't know. See, one of the problems with politics and politicians is that you really can't have done very much wrong, and that means you can't have done very much.
Yeah.
Which is why I have no intention of running for president, and I wouldn't have an intention of running for president, and that's a shame.
Oh, you don't? Again, this one did not age well.
Because that's not the way life should work, I feel. Perhaps not. I don't know. I don't know. See, one of the problems with politics and politicians is that you really can't have done very much wrong, and that means you can't have done very much.
Yeah.
Which is why I have no intention of running for president, and I wouldn't have an intention of running for president, and that's a shame, because that's not the way life should work, I feel.
Well, that's what people can't understand.
Yeah.
You know, we can't be judged by man. God runs this world, you know.
Right. Well, he's done a fantastic job, at least as far as my stuff is concerned. I've done great for the casino business. All 3 of my casinos were rated 4 stars by the Mobile Travel Guide, and they're the only casinos in the United States that are so rated. I built the Taj Mahal, which everyone said that's going to be his downfall. The Taj Mahal, it's over $1 billion building, and it's...
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm in an...
Was this not the worst public pissing contest ever? And this is classic Trump just rattling off all of his accolades, and Diddy's like, yeah, I did some things too, but you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I've done great for the casino business. All 3 of my casinos were rated 4 stars by the Mobile Travel Guide, and they're the only casinos in the United States that are so rated. I built the Taj Mahal, which everyone said that's going to be his downfall. The Taj Mahal, it's over $1 billion building, and it's...
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm an enormously successful businessman too. Maybe the greatest of all time. You know, and I'm going to make something good out of it.
Exactly right.
People are going to be mesmerized.
That did not age well whatsoever. That one didn't age well at all with them. So, needless to say, one of the other reasons that I think that they're even after Puff right now is because that particular interaction even happened. Trump and Diddy. And of course, as everyone knows, Trump was a heavy attender of the Diddler parties. A heavy attender of the Diddler parties. So, what's it to be, you know, what happens when you get, I don't know, 10 years, 15 years later, and he's actually running for president, and you get Diddy saying this?
If Trump gets elected, I really do believe in my heart there'll be a race war. That's why this message is...
Remember when he said that? So it dawned on me. Because as much as we letting the jokes fly and all this, right? As much as we are talking down on the Diddler, we also have to always keep in mind that they are always doing something to one of our, not say higher ups, but they are always going to do something to one of ours, regardless of what the fuck they're into, while they do something behind the scenes. That is just how this has always worked. If they are doing one thing and showing us this, showing us a whole lot of this, it's something else that they're not showing us. Furthermore, this is one of the reasons why they don't like Diddy. Because you were once down with the shits and running with our gang and what we're doing. I say it like that. Running with our gang and what we're doing. But you want to do your own thing amongst your black people. We cannot have that, Diddy. We cannot have that. Listen to what he says in here.
It's not just to black people. You know what I'm saying? This message is to everybody. This man is really trying to turn us against each other and put us in a situation. America messed up. Me and you've been talking for a minute about, you know, chopping it up and some real talk, you know what I'm saying, where it's not for the whole social media effect. Like when I look at the videos of like, you know, Malcolm, Martin, Stokely, you know what I'm saying? I wish I could have seen a black man conversation. I couldn't have talked to nobody about what we're going to talk about but you. You know what I'm saying? That's a testament to your journalism. Man, you're an inspiration to me, bro.
I want to see where you at. I want to see where you at. You know, you sparked a crazy conversation when you told everybody to hold their vote.
Yeah.
I want to see where you you at with it?
So, a couple of months I told everybody hold their vote hostage. A lot of things have gone on since then, none of us expected. I think this president has done a great job of rattling.
So think about that as well, right? Now, this is only a couple years ago that this happened. This is only a couple years ago where Diddy said this and was on some, yeah, I know I told y'all vote. Remember when he was on the big, yo, vote, 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 when Barack Obama was around? But then he changed it to hold your vote. When he changed it to hold your vote, that's when they started saying, hey, you work for us. What are you doing over here? You work for us, goddammit. You don't tell them black people that. Don't tell them black people to hold your vote. What's wrong with you?
America. When you move in fear, you don't have any leverage. The way I felt before is the way I still feel. Things have got too serious of a point. Seeing what's going on, white men like Trump need to be banished. That way of thinking is real dangerous. This man literally threatened the lives of us and our families about going to vote.
Stand back and stand by.
Stand back and stand by.
Yeah.
We're in a war. We're not taking this like it's a war. We're taking this like, oh, we're in a presidential election. No, we're in a war of love versus hate. The number one priority is to get Trump out of office. The tribe of people that have the responsibility and really should be scared to death of this man is white people.
Explain.
If this man is elected, we're not standing by no more getting killed. We're not scared of anybody standing up and standing by. We're on the verge of a race war. If people in America want a race war, they'll not vote. I'm an independent, first of all. When I vote, I try to do what's best for my community.
Let's be clear on that. You're not standing behind your decision to hold your vote anymore. You want people to go out there and vote.
It would be irresponsible of me to have us hold our vote hostage. But it would also be irresponsible of me to just let this moment go by. The world is watching, and not do everything I can to make sure that going forth that we're a part of the narrative, that we own our politics. And so I'm launching one of the boldest movements that I've ever launched. And it's called Our Black Party.
Okay.
It's time for us to have our own black political party, unapologetically. Because right now, if you look at the...
And that's when they said, oh, no, the fuck you don't. Oh, no, the fuck you don't. No, the fuck you don't, Diddy. We sent you to be the spokesperson for what we want you to tell them. You are not to go rogue and tell them what you want to tell them. We tell you what to tell them. So now that we are seeing that you are going rogue and completely off the script now you think you are getting too big for your britches. Because what would follow this is you saying that Diego is racist and that you would like to have De Leon be up there with Ciroc, which now you let it be known that you don't even own fucking Ciroc. So you see how, like I said, the jokes are going to fly. The diddler is still the diddler. But this is why they really wanted you out of here. They started to notice that you were not being as complicit as you were in the early 90s. You had started to form your own shit. We cannot have you starting your own shit.
Debates, we're not even a part of the conversation.
Not at all.
We're not a part of the conversation. We don't have any political power. We don't have any political leverage. And so we started Our Black Party with some young, fearless black activists, elected officials, and I've stepped up and put the money behind it. This is the biggest threat and the only option that we have right now as far as making a change, taking our own self-responsibility and accountability to be educated and empowered with our vote.
So what's the goal for our Black Party?
Our Black Party's number one goal is to unify behind a Black agenda. That's it. You could be a part of the Democratic Party, the Republican Party, you could be an independent, but if you Black, you wasn't born Republican, you wasn't born Democrat, you wasn't born independent, you was born Black. And we have to seize our political power because it'll just be more the same. Being pushed this way, being pushed that way, and we expecting
a different result.
But the definition of insanity is like doing the same thing over and over the same way, expecting a different result, and it's not gonna happen. So we have to change the tone. We gotta start with us stepping up and really taking the responsibility.
Oh, extremely. Extremely high. Extremely high. 3D. Norman Dominguez, what's going on? My apologies. I didn't realize y'all got in here. My apologies. That's the false confidence he got with the drugs. Yeah, pretty much. He got way too big for his britches and thought he was Popeye the goddamn sailor. Thought he was Popeye the black goddamn sailor. And they noticed that. They noticed. And look what happens later. Like I said, everything would follow right on after. Exactly. Crack that goddamn whip. Crack the motherfucking whip. Get your ass in line. Get your ass in line. And of course, they're going to get everybody else in line. Because if they, you know how the crazy thing is, Bug's Life was a very telling movie. You know why it was a very telling movie? Because they had the one scene where it was the ant. And what did the general say? If one ant stands up, they all stand up. We can't have that. When one ant stands up, they all stand up. And that's the thing. Once this one big ant said, hey, God damn it, I'm as big as the rest of you ants. I'm as big as the rest of you generals. I'll start my own goddamn army over here. No, the fuck you don't, Diddy.
Responsibility and accountability to be a part of this political movement.
The hardest part of that is going to be getting other Black people to buy into it.
This is not for all Black people. You know what I'm saying? This is not for the scary ones. This is for the ones that want to move things forward and want to get to the smoke. A Black person spends an average of like 5 hours on Instagram a day. If you could give Instagram that time, 15 minutes you could give to educating yourself. And our Black Party's that platform. So when we get down to the local elections, when we get down to the school board, we get down to the judges and the justices, that's so confusing for us. We've never played this game. This is another level of gangster. But I played this game before, you know? I started in 2004 with Vote or Die, and this is the evolution of that thought, of that empowerment, of that independence, of us taking self-accountability so we're not caught with our pants down like this election. Right now, we're not gonna get nothing. We caught with our pants down. We're not organized, we're not ready to really take this on.
Hold up, let me ask you, what's the difference between Vote or Die Diddy and Hold Your Vote Diddy? And what occurred between those two phases that made the change happen?
I went through the experience of politics. I played the game with the Democratic Party. The people that I went and campaigned for, after they got elected.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for life. Thank you. I'll be one for life. Once they get in trouble, it's my brother. We supposed to be brothers. Now all of a sudden we brothers again. You sitting across the man that when he came in the game, he came in with Wendy Williams, didn't he, Diddy? I guess you forgot that part with who you sitting across from, huh? That man came in the game with Wendy Williams, one of your worst fucking enemies, right? Someone that was exposing the gay rappers, the homo thugs. She was exposing all the homo thugs and the DL executives going on, and you ain't like that. So I like that question that Charlamagne asked you. What changed between vote or die and hold your vote? You ain't even really got to answer that rhetorical ass question, did he? What happened was, nigga, you was the cowboy that went over the hill and said, "Oh shit, it's a lot of them. Let me join them for a while though." And you never came back over that motherfucking hill until you were hurt. Now you coming back over the hill and say, "Yo, I need more of y'all. I'm fucked up. I need more of y'all. I'm outnumbered." No, nigga. No. Puppy want to be black when it's convenient and empowering for him. Yes, Juju. If you saw, get him to the Greek. He mind fucking Charlamagne right now. That was an interesting clip there too. I forgot to play that goddamn clip the other day. When they was talking about Christopher Williams. He was like, because the funniest part about it was the rumor of Christopher Williams, and that Christopher Williams had gave Diddy head back in the day. He was the R&B singer that gave him head to get his deal or whatever. And when he talks about the interview of Christopher Williams, he's like, "I could just mind fuck Christopher Williams better." I was like, "Oh shit." That was wild. He didn't know I was better at mind fucking. I was, oh my God, that is disgusting and funny at the same damn time. I was better at mind fucking than he was. Lord have mercy. The more you say it, Lord.
I don't feel like they really did anything to change the reality of black people. Like I was blessed enough to find God come to me and tell me my purpose. And he told me my purpose is to play a part in saving the black race. The Vote or Die Diddy was about politics and, trying to be supportive. And also, they kind of guilt us into voting. And God come to me and tell me my purpose. And he told me my purpose is to play a part in saving the black race. The Vote or Die Diddy was about politics and, trying to be supportive. And also, they kind of guilt us into votings, But as I tell me my purpose, to change the reality of black people. Like I was blessed enough to find God come to me and tell me my purpose. And he told me my purpose is to play a part in saving the black race. The Vote or Die.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
Diddy was about politics and, trying to be supportive. And also, they kind of guilt us into votings, But as I evolved, I realized this is a business. This is a transaction. This is the closest thing to the streets than the streets that I've seen.
That's why I don't think there's nothing wrong with asking these politicians for something for your vote.
Yeah. You can't keep on giving your power away for free. This is black insanity. We keep on doing the same thing over and over, the same way, expecting a different result. Now we in a trick bag, as my mother would say. You know what I'm saying?
Explain that.
That's old Harlem hustler lingo, is when you're in a situation, you're like in a catch-22. Between COVID hitting us and because we weren't organized for this election, we have no choice now to get Trump out of there. It's a shame and it's our responsibility that we did not get anything out of putting Biden in the place he's in after the primaries.
They gave us Senator Harris as the VP. I mean, those are some of the things we were asking for. Black agenda could be way stronger, way stronger. He said he put a black woman on the Supreme Court. We don't even know if that's gonna happen now.
Hey, when you look at it, we don't have no choice. You know what I'm saying? You can say what you want about Biden. I can't say I love the pick either, but hey, we got to get him in office, and then we got to hold him accountable.
So how do we do that? In addition to voting, what else is Sean Combs gonna do?
From Trayvon Martin, I've been trying to figure out like how can we end this? Trying to think about solutions, because you could be angry, and you could march, you could protest, and people could hear you, but that don't mean that they're making any changes. So for me, it was us looking at,
because one is studio produced and one is a live microphone. They better answer that question there. Because yeah, Simple Town Radio, I too wondered that too. I was like, why the fuck does Charlamagne shit sound so goddamn edited in and out like this? But it's because it's so damn studio produced. Even what he's saying, that's why I felt the need to play the bullshit thing. Because like, nigga, I don't want to hear it. Especially now when looking at hindsight from what you have done. Eros 120, what's going on? Then looking at hindsight from what you have done, this is all bullshit. This is all bullshit that you're saying. You are not for the black community. You have lied to the black community for damn near 30 years. You have done nothing but use the black community as they wanted you to for the past 30 fucking years. I don't want to hear what you got to say about this. Exactly, Charlamagne. What changed between vote or die and hold your vote? I ain't hear a goddamn thing. I ain't hear nothing. There's a long history of celebrities lending their voices of politics and activism. Harry Belafonte, Ozzie Davis, Stevie Wonder, etc. Very true, but lending the voice and actually, trying to be a part of the voice and do something with it, a whole different thing.